Welcome back, folks. I'm MTG Joe. We're here playing some Fires of Invention. So this is a card that's spurred on quite a few deck takes so far. We've seen Jeskai from a couple people. Mogwai's been playing the Grixis version. We've run into that list a couple times. So this was my original take pre-release of the set. So this was a deck that I actually wanted to get a feel for, and I haven't played a single Fires of Invention deck on the channel, so instead of playing Jeskai, which is probably like 200 videos up already, this is my Jund version, so green, black, and red. So this, in a similar fashion, it is a Super Friends style deck, control deck with a bunch of big threats that you get to cast for free off the Fires of Invention. We have the added upside of we're playing some dragons too. So the core of the deck is playing around this enchantment Fires of Invention. So basically, you could only cast spells during your turn. You can't cast more than 2 spells each turn. And you can cast those for free as long as the card's converted mana cost equals the amount of lands you have or less. So the deck itself will walk you through. Early, we got the Goose. So the Goose is an early ramp for us. It also can feed some of our card draw engine. We can basically build our own clues with the deck. 2 mana creates a food token. You could sack it with the uptick from Golgari, Vraska Golgari Queen, and we can draw a card that way. So we're playing that as early ramp. So Bonds of Flourishing in this deck is our card draw. Jund naturally doesn't have the cleanest in terms of card draw options. Something similar to like Shimmer of Possibility that you're seeing in Jeskai, or Drawn from Dreams as their kind of way to get ahead on board. Same with Narset. Bonds of Flourishing is actually good in our deck because it helps us dig for the Fires of Invention, but it can grab a permanent as well. So it can grab Murderous Rider in our case. So this is why we're playing Murderous Rider over Bedevil. Both have similar effects, but Murderous Rider is a permanent, so we can hit it off of Bonds of Flourishing, whereas we can't hit a Bedevil. Bonds also helps us in the early game against aggressive decks by gaining us 3 life. We're playing a couple Assassin's Trophy as catch-all removal. Ramps them a little, but it can deal with any permanents, including opponents' fires. A couple Ritual Soots as our sweeper. So this is more for the early game, doesn't deal with some of the bigger threats. Vraska is pretty good in this meta right now. There's a lot of smaller creatures you can deal with, as well as the Planeswalkers. Clean answer to Oko, clean answer to the Fairy, and it can give us some card advantage. You can, say, create tokens with Garruk. You can sack those tokens. If you have a Liliana out, you create tokens with a Liliana. You draw 2 cards that way. So it's pretty good utility and a card draw engine for us. In the 5-drop slot, we have Skarrgan Hellkite. So usually with these decks, because you're not using your mana, you want some form of mana sink. So I'm going to try out the Hellkite. Some Jeskai lists have gone to it, 1 or 2 of them. So you basically have it come in with the counter on it, then every turn for 4 mana you can deal 2 damage. So it's a good way to pick off certain creatures or planeswalkers. Bedevil is a flexible card in our deck. It serves dual purpose. It's either early removal or late game we can destroy non-basic lands. This will get rid of Field of the Dead or anything of that nature. So then we got a couple 6-mana planeswalkers. We got some Lilianas, some Chandras, and some Garruks, all of which are useful to close out the game. And then we also have an Ugin, catch-all removal, card advantage. We're looking for card advantage in this deck to keep up by playing free spells with fires. So this is one way we can do it. Casualties of War is a catch-all removal. It can deal with the artifacts, creatures, enchantment, lands, planeswalkers. Pretty much whatever your opponent's throwing out there, it's got a target. And then 2 other cards. I don't know how good Drakuseth is going to be, but I want to play Drakuseth. Finding any excuse to play the big dragon. So it doesn't have haste when it comes in this deck, but when it attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to up to 2 other targets. If we get an attack with this, we could pretty much clear out their board. And then 1 plane-wide celebration. This can gain us life, get stuff back from our graveyard, create tokens, or proliferate our planeswalkers and getting them closer to an ultimate. Sideboard or mana base wise, pretty standard. We got our shock lands, couple scry lands, some fabled passages for our basics, and then 1 Castle Locthwain as a mana sink as a card draw. I'm probably going to be playing some best of one games. I'm still deciding what I want to play on the weekend event, so I want to test this out. The sideboard is available. I haven't tested it yet, so take it with a grain of salt. It could probably be customized, but my thought is Golos decks, green base decks, like Oko decks, Fry versus like any of these Jeskai decks, or the Dance of the Mance decks, Cry against aggro, Ceratops versus control, or like blue base counters, Thought Distortion against any non-creature deck. You can basically just exile all the cards from their hand, and then another Plane-Wide Celebration for life gain, or just as a good utility spell in the more grindier matchups. So that's pretty much it. Let's run it through. I don't know what my rank is. So gold tier 1. So we'll play... Let me play one unranked first to see if the deck is not a dumpster fire, pun intended. And then we can go from there. And we'll run it through. So I'm picking up my box of Throne of Eldraine tomorrow, so I will do the unboxing. I don't know if I'll do it live stream or just record it, so then I can include some pricing and stuff, but that'll be up on the YouTube channel. My budget build series article on Golos Field has been written up. It's over 8,000 words of my thoughts on the archetype. That's available on Aether Hub right now, so do take a look if you're interested in building that. And other than that, if you're buying cards on TCG Player, I got an affiliate link. If you follow through, just let them know you came from the channel. Helps me out and costs you nothing. And we're gonna get into some games. Hey Quantum, how's it going? I apologize in advance if I'm drinking a lot of like water and stuff. I'm still getting over this stupid flu. Instead of getting better, have developed a pretty bad cough. So I'll see how long I can go today. I was hoping to do 2 videos, but may only be able to do 1. So I'm going to keep this hand. We don't have fires, and we're missing red source. Thanks, Conan. But we have bonds to dig us deeper. There's also like a massive update today, none of which were performance. It was like cosmetic nonsense. Okay, so this is likely blue-white flyers. So Cryocarnarium's a premium in this matchup. Okay, so they pretty much dump their hand. If they don't have... Rider's not bad. So we're digging for land here. We want to hit our mana. We also have the Murderous Rider that we can use if they play out of Safara or something. Interesting they play that on their main phase. Okay, so they go Loxodon here. It's not terrible for us. Pretty much out of action, so we can take 6-12 damage next turn. I think we still just bonds here. Just take another Steam Vents, or Stomping Ground. So the problem here is, unless we draw a sweeper, we're probably too far behind. They did have a pretty aggressive start. So I can Murderous Rider something, but then we take 2, 8, 9. So we're pretty much dead. I'm gonna get rid of... No, we gotta go with this just because it's the biggest. If they have Winged Words, we're dead anyways. We need Ritual of Soot or we're dead. Nope. Didn't get there. Okay, So this is a little bit of an awkward draw. Let's run it one more just to see. I might have to tweak the curve to deal with aggro there. Might want to go up to 3 rituals in the main. Mind you, you're not going to be seeing as many 1-drop, 1-drop, 1-drop decks. Like, we got fires. I think we mulligan. This hand doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, we'll keep this. I'm gonna put Liliana away. Actually, we should have probably kept Liliana, put Plane Wide back. So part of their updates was the goose makes a squawk noise now. This ritual should be pretty good. If they're playing like Simic based creatures. So if you're looking at the deck list over here, I tweaked the mana base a little bit from the one that's listed on Aether Hub right now. Okay, cool. That turns on Bedevil. So we got a couple options. If they play something big and scary, we have Assassin's Trophy. Really would like to see here a fires. If we get fires down, we can also follow it up with Ritual of Soot. Okay, so Questing Beast. So I'm gonna Assassin's Trophy this. So they do... Okay, so it's Jund. That's interesting. I haven't seen a Jund mid-range deck like this yet. And they're playing Shock. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. So we had the fires. We got what we wanted, but can't play it. Second follow-up, Questing Beast is a little annoying. Murderous Rider, we also don't have the mana. Okay, so I think the curve's a little wonky with this, and this is why I wanted to test it out first. Second Goose. Okay, so at least gains us some life. I'm gonna take the Overgrown Tomb here. So we can shock it in to hold up a deck. But it doesn't really do much at this point, so let's just have it come into play tapped. We'll take 4 here. Next turn we can Fires and Ritual. So we just want them to play like something big and dumb. just clear out the goose, takes them off some. I'm surprised they didn't make food. Yeah, it's awesome we could get the mana going. We're in a little bit of an awkward spot. Like, we need to get rid of this questing beast. We're gonna have to kill that. Ah, shit. Okay, we lost. They take our Skarrgan Hellkite. Okay, let me tweak this. I'm not crazy about this list so far. Let's tweak. This curve's too high. Let's get rid of Plane Wide. Let's get rid of the decks. Draw. What can draw us cards? This can give stuff haste, and it's a mana sink. Beast Whisper doesn't do much here. The Great Henjay. Okay, let's just go removal then. Let's go a couple Bedevils. And then maybe another Ritual of Soot. Nah, let's do, we need card advantage. Or even just ramp. Let's go up another Murderous Rider and another Assassin's Trophy. Let's run it like that. See how it goes. Make some changes. Like I'm not too much of a fan of Cryocarnarium main right now. It's very situational at this point. There's a lot of like big green decks that it just doesn't do enough against. Maybe we want Paradise Druid to get us ahead. You know what card actually I want? Let me tweak. I want Beanstalk Giant. It does quite a bit in this deck. Shave, shave. It's a big beater, and it's a ramp spell. And then I got 6 basics to support it, so let's try that out. I might switch to rank if like this free play is taking quite a bit to load. You'd think people would be excited for the new set, be playing it out. We'll keep this hand. We got removal, we got ramp, we got Liliana. Can't really ask for more. I'm gonna keep the casualties because in this matchup, especially if this is a Lucky Clover deck, being able to target quite a few. I'm tempted to play Noxious Grasp main. Ooh, Selesnya. So here, I don't want him to get the token, so I'm just gonna do this now. Next turn I can land and then just go get another mountain. So this is the green-white version, similar to the one we played. Let's just drop Murderous Rider down. It slows him down from attacking right now. And then we have Assassin's Trophy for the Lovestruck Beast if need be. I could Beanstalk and start going from there. They will get the card draw. Oh, I forgot this can tap creatures. Actually, that's fine, because that prevents him from playing Lovestruck Beast this turn. Yes! Oh, there's a lot. Search your library. Let's get another swamp. Just put that into play tapped since you can't... Actually, I should have attacked there. They're going to tap it down anyways, so... I lost out on 2 life. So here I can Liliana and Casualties. So cast for 0.
Good help is easy to find in
So cast this. Destroy land, destroy target creature. So let's destroy you and destroy you. I'm just gonna gain the life. We have enough loyalty on it right now that these spells won't do too much to it. I could Bonds of Flourishing if need be. That's fine. So they'll hit it for 4. This feels better with Beanstalk. It gets us ahead on lands, and now it also presents... Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's... Vraska. So I can draw some cards with Vraska, or I can deal with this Giant Killer. Which I think we deal with Giant Killer. Because it keeps tapping our stuff.
Today's your lucky day.
And then we'll also cast this, try to go find something big, which we didn't. Our Cryocarnarium would have been good. I'll just attack in, start getting some life. Now we're in a pretty good spot. So they can Fairy Guide Mother the Vraska. Next turn I could Beanstalk. So they're drawing cards. I do have Assassin's Trophy for it. But these little dorks can't really attack in.
I won't forgive this.
So let's set up the Scry here. Do not want a Goose. I still think we go offensive here. We just kill the Lovestruck Beast. Attacking for 2. They can triple block. But that just draws us a card. And then we cast an 8/8. And then this goes up to 5. So we got a pretty good board presence.
Rise and shine.
So they'll go a little wide, but they're still 1/1s. So this looks like an updated variant. So it's like an adventure style. Well, that's pretty good. So they can attack into Liliana.
Waste not, want not.
That's cool. We'll take that. So I'm going to trade off some of these. We're going to go off the lifelink ones. This will refill our hand. We can deal with this Trastani. That was a pretty awful flip. Let's lead with bonds. Okay, well, we got the trash off the top of our library. Skarrgan Hellkite would be nice. Destroy you. Actually, not this turn. Because this can't tap it this turn, it'll be able to tap it next turn. Yeah, it's like we had the big curve and now we're getting these dorks. I don't know if we necessarily want the goose. Ooh, when this deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it, destroy target enchantment, so that's probably gotta die. Yeah, I feel like we're just gonna get the odd half. We need a Cryo Carnarium. That pretty much wraps up this board state for us. I am probably priced into... And you know what? We probably should have killed this earlier. I think this is where Jeskai would be a little bit better because you have the Clarions. And I said, like... What's its name? Like, the 3-mana sweeper for black. I forget its name now. The -2/2. No, we're just drawing nothing but fires here. Yeah, the Jeskai one's like the main one. It's so we can we could Assassin's Trophy there. You may have to, but let's see how they attack in. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't get to cast spell. Nope. Ah, crap. Probably lost this one. Yeah, the Jeskai one plays Clarions, Narsets. Oh, we just lose. Tap this down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They don't die anyways, so should have alpha struck. Want a Garruk here. Would be good. Those coming in as 3/3s. Ritual. Damn. This deck's a dumpster fire. Watch, I add Cryo Carnarium and we play against like a control deck. What are you doing to me, Jund? Jund, you were supposed to be the one. There's just not enough card draw in these colors. Foulmire Knight, maybe? But, like, that's card draw that doesn't really do anything. Like, Legion's End's okay. What about... let's run one more. The Grixis is the one I would play more, but I think the Jeskai one is better. Having availability to hard board wipes in the terms... So you have Clarion 3 versus Cryo Carnarium deals 3 damage instead of 2, which is more relevant. You have like Fight Wolf, you have like a whole bunch of other creatures. Then you have the options of Time Wipe and Realm Cloak Giant. Like I keep this, I get a forest, and then hope I draw a 3rd land for Beanstalk Giant, and then go from there. I was gonna play Fires, like Jeskai Fires today, but from a content perspective, like a lot of people have played it thus far, so I wanted to try out something a little different, of course. You know what, we need more 6-drops. I still have to play with them. Okay, cool. So... just gonna do this now. Gonna get a mountain, and then we'll go from there. Probably need to kill this Yorvo. This will get out of hand pretty quick. I think Jeskai, so you're seeing a lot more of it. I would look at so there's the E-League tournament last night, and then Fandom. There's a few like that played it. That's gross. Ritual doesn't do it here. We need hard. Casualties isn't gonna do it. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do, but sure. I'm dead. Wow, this deck's garbage. Let's try... Let's make a switch. Don't want to give up on it yet. Let's get rid of these gooses. They don't do anything. Paradise Druid. So Paradise Druid gets us to 4. It also fixes our colors. We got like Bedevils, we got that. Theater of Horrors. As card advantage, maybe. Like the problem is there's no clean 2 mana. No, I don't even think it's a best of 3. It's just like it's competing with where it wants to be. And like you just don't have the card draw. There. Let's run it one more. I like to still play the decks. Like it's easy to brew them up, and like I put a bunch. You can go, so Teferi bounces it, but you do get the trigger on the turn. There's a couple instant speed enchantment removal exile spells that you can do. De-immensify. Keep this. We're a couple greens off, or blacks off, but I got bonds. After this, I'll look up a couple options. I'm gonna take you because we need a land. This might be Dance of the Manse, which probably destroys Jeskai, or these Fires decks. Ooh, Mardu Knights. So the choice here is we take 2 damage from this, which we probably do, or... Because if we draw another black source, we just Ritual, which will be really good against a creature-based deck. Not quite what we need. So I'm probably going to be priced into Assassin's Trophying the Corpse Knight, which feels a little bad. There's the 4 mana like Exile. Let's just get rid of this now. It saves us effectively 4 damage. And if we draw another land, we can just Ritual. Casualties probably isn't going to be as effective in this matchup unless they get the that Knight's Matters artifact, the white one. They have 2 black sources already, so can't really keep them off that. Okay, so we got Fires. That was good. That was very good. Now I just want a couple lands. I got 2 removal spells. Oh, that's very good for us. I'm not going to play anything this turn because, like, to cast the Bedevil on this, I'm not too concerned with. So you are, whenever another creature you control dies, graveyard, least play, deals that much damage, each put a top card. So let's do... So Murderous Rider. Go after this. Oh, I wanted that land. And I think we just do the Rider this turn. It can start attacking in as well. Gain us some life, protects our planeswalkers. What's wrong? Cool. That works out beautifully. Cast that for 0.
Your corpse will volunteer.
So I'm going to attack in. Come on. Who's it stuck on? The opponent? That was kind of dumb by me. I should have plussed it.
Time to go.
So we got no utility there. So we'll just plus here. We'll decline. So now this gives us 3 targets for Casualty. Not too worried about Knight's Favor here. Okay, if that's how you wanna... Yeah. Okay, so let's go for big business. Casualties. Land. Creature. Artifact. So let's get rid of you. You. And let's get rid of you. Then let's play Garruk for 0. Plus,
we are the apex predator.
So this is cool because you can sack this. You get to draw a card. It puts a loyalty counter on Garruk. Okay, so we're getting extra lands. We can sack those afterwards to Vraska. This is kind of what I had envisioned. It took like 5 games to get there. Abby, come here. Come here. Sorry. My dog's like hopelessly staring out the office door. Hi.
Remember,
okay, so they murder us.
reap what you sow.
We can take this.
Pathetic.
So here, let's attack in. Just sacrifice this. Draw a card. Second Fires isn't as good. Thank you. I don't really want to Bedevil this, so let's just play out a second Fires. The just in case Fires. She has a habit of sitting literally behind my chair.
Don't be surprised if we meet again.
Okay, so 2 Murderous Riders. Just gonna trade here. Okay, so Theater of Horrors is pretty sweet because now it's a mana sink for us to get some card advantage, so we can try this out. Just pass turn. We also have a way to activate it to get the card from underneath it. We drew Fires into Fires. Magic, never stop. So you create knights, but you can only do 1 per turn. This lets us push in damage. Sure, why not? Yeah, the other games we couldn't draw 1, now we're drawing all of them. So we need something good here, Liliana. We have 2 draws. Because they are going to start gaining some life. Okay, so Murderous Rider is pretty good. So let's destroy you. They can make it 2/2. Come here. So I can attack in. The main thing is it gets the lifelink off, so this Theater of Horrors is just going to present eventual damage. So they'll make a knight here, likely block. If they do that, then I'm just gonna force them here. Let's see what they do. This also puts Murderous Riders back into our deck. Actually, those are 3/3s. That was dumb. That was dumb. I don't like this deck. I'm just gonna play with the Paradise Druid. I don't intend on blocking. It's more just because I can get 2 activations of Theater. So if I draw land, Actually, doesn't really matter here. So it's 2 activations of Theater. Keeps my life pretty high. They can only make 1 knight per turn. So this random card is going to be the way we win this. Of course, let's show me the lands. So we'll just do this now. Just in case we need to block with Paradise. So we got, basically, if they can't destroy this Theater of Horrors, then we should win next turn. I don't care about you, you lost the game. Doesn't matter here. So this might be better than Skarrgan Hellkite, to be honest. Got him. Alright. Overall, pretty lackluster. Back to the drawing boards on this one. Theater of Horrors actually was pretty solid in that. Paradise Druid at least could block. We were like 1 in 4 there. Let's get a pack. Give me a Questing Beast. Give me a Questing Beast. Make up for it. I need me some Questers. Or Fae. Not terrible. When I feel like just like jamming mono red. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap this one up. Going to go eat some dinner and then hopefully be back with another deck later tonight. If not, I'll be back tomorrow with the unboxing video for Throne of Eldraine. Appreciate those who swung by. If you missed any part of this, I will have it up on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning. Thanks for stopping by and have a great night or day depending where you are.